All right, here we go. It's Herd Hierarchy on a Tuesday. Fire away.
Herd Hierarchy.
Time is now. Let's go.
The top 10 NFL teams according to Colin.
I'm going to put the Chargers.
Number 10.
I'm going to put the Chargers at 10. They're tied for the best turnover differential in the league, +9. They never turn it over. 6 giveaways all year. Herbert doesn't throw picks or fumble. Their red zone offense. Last night they were 2 for 2. Austin Eckler, they're not a good run team, but Eckler can make and find crevices in tight spots. Listen, they don't turn it over. 3 guys that can rush the passer. They've got an elite quarterback. I don't always love the coach, but I'm sorry, last night, special teams, getting sacks, red zone excellence. I'm putting them at 10.
Number 9.
I don't know what to do with Seattle. I don't. They're one of 3 teams with a winning record and a negative point differential. I trust Pete. I like their run game. They get after the passer. But they've turned into 8 turnovers in 4 games. Geno Smith has a ceiling. It's one of these things. I respect the front office. I respect Pete. They run the football. They get after the passer. But, that Geno thing, you watch Baltimore, that gets ugly fast.
Number 8.
Dallas. They outgained the Eagles in the fourth quarter, 163 yards to 14. They match up with Philadelphia. They're just not as good at quarterback. They're just not as clever at coach. 29th ranked red zone offense this year. They miss Kellen Moore, period. But Dak's playing well. 3 straight games of a passer rating over 100. They're a bit like Philadelphia. Again, I like Jalen Hurts more than Dak, but they have a dominant receiver. Good O-line. Have a pass rush. Not great at corner. Good running backs, not great. Dallas at 8.
Number 7.
But I'd take Detroit over them because they have the number 2 ranked offense. They're better in the red zone. Jared Goff has 1 or fewer turnovers in every game this season. He doesn't melt down much, although Baltimore was ugly. I really like Detroit. I think Detroit and Dallas could play in the playoffs, and I think I would take Detroit because their O-line would hold off Lawrence and Micah Parsons. Like their culture, love their front office. I got the Lions at 7.
Number 6.
Jags, 11-2 over the last 13 games. They lead the NFL in takeaways. They do what good teams do. Offensive coach, quarterback, who can be a playmaker. They can run the ball, got star playmakers, semi-stars, and they take the ball away. I like them. They've held opponents under 20 in 4 of the last 5 games. They may be able to, in that division, rest starters down the stretch and get healthy. Jags, I've liked them in the offseason. I said I thought they could be the number 1 seed. They're at 6.
Number 5.
San Francisco. Listen, it's interesting. Their schedule now gets very, very interesting, and they don't have Trent Williams. Now, if Trent plays, they're fine. But they're 3-6 without their left tackle, and Brock Purdy's not a guy that can overcome that. Their defense is starting to show holes. Steve Wilkes is not D'Amico Ryans. That's why they went and got Chase Young. If they lose to Jacksonville, look at their schedule going forward. It's a little scary. But I do think Chase Young adds depth to an area that's already great, and they'll figure out a way down the stretch to get into the playoffs.
Number 4.
Philadelphia. Listen, Jalen Hurts is terrific. Stop doubting him. But this schedule's ugly. At the Chiefs, Bills, Niners, at the Cowboys. They're going to have some bumps here. They're going to lose some games over the next month. But I love their creativity. I love their O-line, D-line play. A.J. Brown is mostly unguardable. And there is an art to winning ugly. There is an art. Kansas City's done this. When you don't play great and win, that is talent. That's what championship teams do. I got him at 4.
Number 3.
Cincinnati at 3. Listen, Joe Burrow is 5-1 all-time against Mahomes and Allen. If you asked Andy Reid privately, this is the team he doesn't want to play. He got no interest. Pass rush, weapons, and Burrow is filthy. They lead the NFL in turnover differential. They never give the ball away once it gets to October. They just don't give it away. They are situationally as good as Kansas City. Great on 3rd down and 4th down. Joe Burrow's on fire. Their defense is playing great. Cincinnati 3.
Number 2.
Kansas City's first half was, to me, the best half of football by any team in the league this year. Absolutely woke up in a pissy mood and stomped Miami. It was great. But they couldn't put them away. Why? Because they're not going to be able to. It's just an average receiving corps. Now, it will grow. It will evolve. It will get better. But they're not the Kansas City that can come from behind 21-0 third quarter. They're not the Kansas City that's an avalanche. They get on top and they keep roll. keep rolling. Now, I will say Mahomes is ridiculous. He has completed passes to 15 different players. So, he's making it work only like he can, but I have Kansas City at 2.
Number 1.
I've had Baltimore at 1 for a month. I think they're special. I think they are rolling downhill. Now you got OBJ, Flowers. I like everything about them. Pass rush, coaching, depth, Lamar, 4-1 against winning teams. There's nothing I don't like about Baltimore. But I do think Kansas City, if given the choice, would face Baltimore. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.